insight and giving us the reality in the ground. Thank you very much. That was Ali M. Abushbak. He's an independent Palestinian researcher, joined us live from Cairo. Now we move on to Europe. Spain is battling one of the worst heat waves of the year as firefighters struggle against 20 major wildfires. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez warned of difficult days ahead during a press conference in Ourense. Temperatures are expected to soar to 45 degrees Celsius, making firefighting efforts even harder, Spain's weather agency says. Sanchez has announced that 500 more members of the military agency emergency unit will join the 1,400 already deployed firefighters. He said this could be the biggest EU civil security deployment in history. In Galicia's Ourense province, several fires merged into a massive blaze, forcing roads and rail closures. Officials are urging residents to follow safety guidance closely. Let's listen into what the Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez had to say.
Quedan días complejos. La meteorología, por desgracia, no nos está acompañando y, por tanto, sí solicitaría a los ciudadanos y ciudadanas que estén muy atentos a lo que nos digan las instituciones, los profesionales, los técnicos, que tengan confianza en ellos y en ellas y que, por tanto, sean lo más precavidos posible en estos momentos tan difíciles y en estas horas. Probablemente sea el mayor despliegue de la historia del mecanismo europeo de protección civil el que se está produciendo en España, y hay que reconocer esa solidaridad a países como Eslovaquia, como Francia, como Italia, como Holanda o como Alemania, que están desplegando no solamente efectivos, que se van a poner a la orden del sistema de protección civil español, sino también capacidades, equipamientos para, entre todos, poder perimetrar y extinguir los incendios. La respuesta clara a tener incendios ahora de esta magnitud, a tener danas como estamos teniendo en otoño o en invierno, es que la emergencia climática que asola el mundo cada vez es más acelerada, es más grave y es más asidua, sobre todo en lugares.
Now we stay in Europe. Voters in Bolivia head to the polls today in a general election marked by economic turmoil and the absence of former President Evo Morales, who is barred from running. Polls show conservative opposition figures Samuel Doria Medina and Jorge Tuto Quiroga leading the field, each below 30% support, with nearly a quarter of voters undecided. The race is expected to be close and could head to a runoff on October 19th if no candidate wins more than 40%, with a 10-point lead ahead. For the first time in almost 2 decades, the ruling Movement for Socialism, or MAS, faces the real prospect of defeat. Its official candidate, Eduardo del Castillo, trails badly, while Senate President Andrónico Rodriguez has broken ranks to mount his own leftist bid. Bolivia's fragile economy dominates the campaign. Inflation has surged to 23%, a 4-decade high, leaving many households struggling with soaring food and fuel prices. Analysts say this election marks a crossroads, with voters weighing whether to punish MAS and open the door for centrist or right-leaning leadership. Polling stations open at 8 a.m. local time and close at 4 p.m. local time, with preliminary results expected on Sunday night and full results within 7 days. Now for this discussion, we're joined by Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at Hudson Institute, joins us live from Tokyo. Thank you, Dr. Satoru, for staying with us. Now, this movement of socialism is facing an unprecedented challenge after nearly 2 decades. Do you think the current government's handling of Bolivia's economic issues and internal divisions had led to this dramatic decline in support?
Yes, simply the economy is bad because Bolivia's economy relies on the export of the natural gas or other minerals. So price of the natural gas or other minerals is affecting the economy itself. So that's why current situation economy is very bad and they need to reform. under such kind of situation, opposition can get popularity. But at the same time, the interesting is not only Bolivia but also the other South American countries, Latin American countries. Indeed, right-wing party is getting popularity. For example, Argentina, El Salvador, or Ecuador, these countries, right-wing party got popularity. So if the right-wing candidate win the presidential election in Bolivia, the same wind is coming. So that is very interesting point. And another interesting point is relation with the United States. So when the Bolivia need to reform the economy, in this case, they need to promote the trade. In this case, Western country, cooperation with the Western country could be the important. So that's why if the right-wing party maintains their status, in this case, they do not want to cooperate with the Western countries. But if the right-wing party win the election, there's a possibility they will open the door to and connect it with the United States or other Western countries, I think. So that's why this present election is very important, caused by the economy, but at the same time it will affect diplomacy, all aspects of the diplomacy, I think.
Thank you very much, Dr. Satoru Nagao, for joining us and sharing your insight.